Invincible. Season 1, Episode 6. Reaction and review. Tonight's episode for me was a little bit on the slow side. It was definitely a little bit on the slow side, for sure. A little glitchy, just a little slow, I wasn't really big on tonight's teen drama. And we'll get into that in a second. But I just wasn't really big on tonight's drama. Lots of little things that I felt could be done a lot better. Let's get this popping. We're doing a double header tonight. We didn't already review Snowfall, so now I gotta turn back and review Invincible. Invincible felt like it came out a little early this week, though. It felt like it was either a little early or I just didn't anticipate it being released when it did. But in any event, we are here. This going back to my old days. I'm going back to my ways. Yeah, I'm going back to my ways. Yeah, what up? What up, Charmaine? I'm going back to my ways. Yeah, because I used to do this all the time. Double headers and shit. Well, anyway, let's get down to brass tacks. Let's get down to brass tacks. I want to open up the Discord for the people who want to come through. My Discord been open this whole time. Yikes. 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 My Discord been open this whole time. Wow. Yikes. Glad wasn't nobody in that motherfucker. They wouldn't have heard nothing but me fucking cussing out all this fucking equipment. That's what I do when I'm not live. I'm cussing out equipment. That means people can hear you. Yeah, they could have heard me if they was in the Discord. They could have heard me. You hear me? I've been fucking up on this technology lately. I done fucked Zoom up. I done fucked Discord. I done fucked it all up. I done fucked up my OBS twice tonight. Shit, y'all. I'm getting old. Yeah, I'm getting old. Yeah, they wouldn't have heard shit but me, like I say, cussing out this fucking computers and shit. Let's see where everybody at. See, that's the thing with these reviews, though. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be wanting me to do the review, but then niggas don't be coming through, too. That's another thing. If we gonna really start talking. Oh, Guru, do the review. Then I'll do the shit and niggas don't be falling through. But it's all good. I'm gonna have to cut all of this out of the I'm gonna have to cut all of this out of the review. I'm gonna have to cut all this shit out. Oh shit, boy. What up, Jay Rich? Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut all this shit out of the review. But yeah, I'm trying to see who's gonna try to come to the Discord. I mean, I just finished this shit. Yeah. Well, let's talk about it. Fuck it. I ain't gonna be waiting up. So, we start the episode meeting this douchebag guy here. You know what I'm saying? Generic douchebag character 101. And he's basically all like, hell, I'm the trust fund kid. I'm the college kid. He's giving me Gronk with what he's got on, and he's trying to score with these three chicks, and they're like, ew, no. I don't think all three of them would have said no, considering that trust fund era. I think one of them bitches would have doubled back. They'd be like, ooh, no. All right, you bitches go. I'm coming back around this corner. Shit. But anyway, so we ultimately see him downstairs, and our downstairs he was abducted, I should say. And then it's a scientist guy. He's a little mysterious to us now, but he's saying, I can give you guys robotic elements. So he's basically building RoboCops in the goddamn dungeon, under the ship, building RoboCops. We get the Invincible logo. Not sure if I'm loving the Invincible gag, but it's original. I like it because it's original. I liked how they did it last week, where they kind of waited midway through the episode. We were almost 20 minutes in before we actually got the logo. So with that being said, I do enjoy the gag, but I just don't want it to kind of play out on me though. So there's that. So then we see the recovery of all our superheroes who got the shit beat out of them on last week. Monster Girl was tripping. Robot come in like, oh no, get her this, get her that. I know her molecular structure. So he comes in like a proud papa and shit, trying to save the day. That's actually one of the most interesting plot threads, is really what's going on with Robot for me. I really want to know what he's ultimately up to. Because we see him later in the episode do a few things that is concerning. So therefore, I want to ultimately see what he's up to. So then we get this scene here, which I thought was very interesting. It looks like Black Samson got his powers back. The way things were working, they were hitting him with the defibrillators, and ultimately he got his powers back. Well, we think he got his powers back. It was some weird shit that happened. See all of this. So I don't really know what this is, but this looks like powers to me. This looks like powers to me. So looks like he's got his powers back. They had to do damn near open stomach surgery on Mark's ass to get him back together. So, but he went through what and then the mom and dad kind of argued out there. I like that scene, quite honestly. This is some of my more favorable stuff of this episode. Eve shows up and it's all like, oh, well, I fixed things with your girl and everything like that, which, I just didn't love it. Like I said, and I'll get into it more momentarily, but I just really didn't love the teen drama on this week. It just did nothing for me because it was contrived. We get a brief conversation here, kind of bringing us back to the plot thread of what Omni-Man ultimately did at the beginning of the season. Him kind of showing that, he's trying to pin it on the demon guy, and they're all like, well, we just don't know, and so he's trying to still get himself out of what he caused. This relationship here she's giving bad wench. Let's just start with that. She's giving bad wench. I'm not a fan of her at this point. I'm not a fan of her at this point because I'm not a fan of their relationship, but I'm not a fan of her because she's giving bad wench. They should have been kind of broke up, and she's decided to break up with him a few times. But then she's all like, every time she decides to go through it, she just reminds herself of how cute he is and how he's a great kisser. And so it seems kind of superficial in a way, right? Because she sees the multitude of problems they have, but she's staying with him just because of the physical components, which makes her a bit of a shallow character. Even though she's supposed to be presented as something more than a shallow character, she's really just very shallow. There's nothing really deep to her. I want to blame her completely, but I can't, because the contrived element between their relationship is the fact that he won't tell her he's a fucking superhero. And after tonight's episode, it kind of begs the question, why not? Why haven't you just simply told her that you're a superhero? That'll explain so much, and that way she can kind of be with you fully versus kind of being lied to, which she's clearly tired of being lied to, skipped out on, and everything like that. So tonight was kind of my last straw with this relationship because it just seems like it's going nowhere fast, and the friction keeps resurfacing week after week, and I'm really just over it. So they have this little scene here where they basically chop it up, prop it up, talk about it. And then she's all like, hello, Mark. Let's try again. Oh, we're back in love again. Shout out to Mark, though, for keeping his game tight. I'll give it to Mark. I'll give it to Mark. So basically, this episode is all about the gay friend. Like I said, I am happy that Mark has a gay friend. I don't think it's contrived. I think their friendship seems genuine. So the gay friend, he was okay. This episode, we kind of got some character development on him. I don't like how they display gay characters. They always overly sexualize them, which is something that I have a problem with, overly sexualized gay characters. It's like to be gay means to be nothing but thinking about sex with the same sex 24/7. I just find that to be weird. Eve shows up, hollers at Mark, says, hey, Mark, I'm doing some things now, man. I'm moving out, moving on, buddy. I'm coming up, buddy. I'm moving on. So they have a brief conversation. He tells her, yeah, me and my girl about to go up to this college, spend a week to see if we want to go to school up there and be together. So they have the convo, and she's all like, bet. And then they get on the road and head up to the college, while at the same time, we kind of cut back to that season 1, or excuse me, the premiere episode where we're kind of figuring out what's going on with Omni-Man. What did he do? His wife is hot on this motherfucking trail. She took his fucking suit. She's heading to go get it analyzed. So they spend the whole car ride talking about Rick. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Rick. Rick with the motherfucking dick. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Rick with the fucking dick. So Rick shows up. Rick shows his ass up. The homeboy can't stop talking about him. So we finally meet this character, and he was a pretty cool dude or whatever. I'm gonna have to pause that, but this is actually one of my favorite scenes. I really enjoyed Eve and her kind of leaving home based on her principles. I thought the dad was a bit of a douchebag, in my opinion. Pretty douchey, But I love that scene there. She basically, asserted her independence and said, I'm off to really help people for real. I don't need to necessarily be a part of, fighting alien invasions. Nigga says sus. Nigga, them fucking hearts is sus specialty. Where the fuck you get them sus ass hearts? Them is the most sus hearts I've ever fucking seen, bruh. I didn't know they kept some sus ass hearts on this app. I'm live on Twitch, mind you. So, we go. That's how they introduced him, bro. They said he was Rick with the dick, bro. We get to that later, though. That was the resolution. I didn't say that for no reason. That was the plot resolution. Watch. I'm gonna bring that home. So we get this scene here where they're apparently at an orientation. And we get our classic villain. Everything's villain about him, from the slick hair to the eyes to the undershadow. He's just a villain's villain. He's a villain's villain through and through. So we get this conversation here. Didn't really love it. Didn't really care much about it. Like I said, a lot of this episode was really boring. This one, things really kind of got boring for me. They do this montage of him and her kind of enjoying the day, and it was just at this point I really started nodding my fucking head, bro. I was like, Jesus Christ, this shit is fucking boring as fuck. So then they're, chilling, kicking it back, and he's like, yeah, we should move out here. Like, we should go here. And she's like, oh yeah, sure. So they're all together now and all this type of bullshit. And when you know who won the motherfucking pony, boom, the goddamn Cyclops man came the fuck out of the ground, and he's ready to kick everybody's ass. So Mark has to kind of help save people, but then he turns into Invincible and he shows up. And once he becomes invincible, something interesting happens. His homeboy kind of recognizes him. He's like, Mark, is that you, bro? Is that you? He's all like, yeah, You can't tell anybody. Well, he shows back up, and then we get the most contrived piece of bullshit I've seen on this show so far. She's all crying, talking about, you left us, you ran away, you didn't do anything, we're broken up, this wasn't it, and all he has to do is simply tell her in this moment that he's invincible, bro. There's no reason for him not to just go ahead and say, I'm invincible. That was me right there. There's no reason for him not to say. His friend knows, right? So what, if you don't trust her, stop talking to her, bruh. Leave her alone. So, it's just contrived at this point. It's just, over the top. So we see he's connected to the shed. She's out here. This is Eve. She's at her little clubhouse she's built, and she's looking to save the world. So she's out there doing certain things. And what is that supposed to mean on her chest? The little gender thing with the X through it. Is this supposed to be like an empowerment thing? He's invincible, either contrived, like you said. Yeah, is that to mean she's not a woman? Is she a tranny or something? Or what's going on? Or she's like fighting the gender power? I'm unfamiliar with some of this new age gender stuff. I'm a little behind on the gender stuff. We get a scene here with Monster Girl kind of waking back up. We see your boy. He crossed heaven and earth to find a flower. Oh, it was so sweet. So sweet. He brings her a flower that has a certain molecular thing that kind of helps her out, and he's going to decompose it and bring out the special properties to help save her, help her recover. But it looks like a gesture of love. Like I said, this is the most interesting thing about tonight's episode. I really want to know what Robot's ultimate plan is. So, yeah, I don't understand what's going on with the. Yeah, I don't know if she's a tranny. I don't know what's going on with her. I need to find out. She might have a pair of balls in them drawers, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be the real reveal. Mark gonna go down there reaching. He gonna feel a pair of balls in them drawers. He gonna feel a pair of balls in them drawers. Robots have finally become human. I would like to see that. So, Robot pulls up on Black Samson. Black Samson basically was like, man, you really love her. And really, you didn't, you know what I mean? You kind of love her a little bit more. Are you showing a little bit of extra love for her? But he said you're a robot. So that's kind of weird. And that's kind of weird to me, too. Like, why is he showing so much attention to Monster Girl like that? It almost comes off as affection, but then he may be a robot and capable of affection. So what is really going on? That's the most interesting thing about this so far. Yeah, he's giving a simp right now. He's giving simp right now with this whole pose just screams simp, don't it? Look at his face. He's just simping. the way the little head turned, that's just a simp pose. He might be a pedo low key. So we get the big reveal here, when Mark's mom finally realizes what happened, that day, with Omni-Man. And the guy kind of breaks it down to her and says, hey, I mean, we even carbon dated the blood, and it looks like he struck first. You know, he struck first. So, now she's fully aware of kind of what happened that day. So, baby girl, she's pissed off. She's mad again. She keeps finding herself mad. Um, Rick is doing his Rick things. Is this a German flag? I didn't really catch it. Ain't this the German flag of Germany? Or that Austria? It's Austria, right? It's German? Okay. Yeah, so I didn't know, I didn't know was this a shout out, or I don't know. But I just found that interesting that it was there very prominently but never really was addressed directly. I thought it may play some sort of significant role. Eve flies around, helps save the world, kind of showing that she's doing magic now. Brad says she's OP. She is a bit OP. Then we go into this scene where Robot's looking at this weird contraption that he's putting together based on some DNA. While these two guys are basically, the twins are suspicious. They want their money. And they're like, you know what, we're going to just stop doing this after a while. Or we're going to give ourselves some insurance just in case Robot breaks bad. So he's basically annoying Invincible. So, you know, this is why I didn't like this episode that much. It's just too much of this fucking teeny bopper bullshit. You know what I mean? It was just too much motherfucking euphoria tonight. You know what I mean? It was just too much euphoria tonight. And he's got to go after his girl, and he's going after his guy. And it was just too much euphoria for me. Following last week's episode, it was just too much. So we get this scene here where she wakes up, and he's like, I've been here the whole time. I've been watching you. I would never leave your side. Oh, it's kind of weird shit. She pulls up to the party ready to get her some motherfucking dick. She's looking for some new dick. She's out on Mr. Invincible. So he's going into the sewer looking for him some dick. Like, this whole episode is... I think I'm exaggerating. I'm not. Interesting here. Omni-Man meets with your boy meets with the tailor. The tailor's kind of cutting him some funny looks, like, I don't know what's going on. And Omni-Man just sitting there drinking with him and kind of feeling him out and trying to see what's popping with him. And, the tailor's kind of nervous because he's like, man, I know this dude, this the dude that killed the Guardians, bruh. And we still don't really know why. So, he hands him another beer, and that's the last we see of him. I believe that the tailor is dead. I truly believe that tailor is dead. We may find out in the upcoming weeks. This place is completely filthy. There's a sock on the roof. The walls are incredibly dusty and dirty. Great place for a college party. He's out there chopping it up with baby girl. And he's all like, yeah, my girlfriend's coming up here soon. And she's all like, oh, well. See, she was giving him that look for a second. And then he was like, oh, yeah, my girlfriend's, she's going to be up here. And that's when she's all like, oh, well, look at her. When she heard he had a boyfriend, look at her eyes, bro. That's so good. That's so good, bro. I love shit like that. I love little emotional, what I call, or what, it's just kind of like animated acting, I should say. And I just love it. I love it. He was like, yeah, my girlfriend's coming. She just fucking eyes just bugged out. And he's all like, are you seeing anybody? And she's like, well, kind of. Not really, though. So now she's all sad because now she ain't got no motherfucking body. So now we get into the crux of tonight's episode. This was a little bit of that nonsense that I'm talking about. That kind of villain of the week sort of thing. Monster of the week. So he's basically our monster of the week. He may come back in some sort of significant role, but right now for tonight's episode, he was just monster of the week. And they got your boy strapped up. He's about to start cutting. Fight ensues. And then this is the part of the episode that this is why I call him Rick with the dick. And this is why I didn't like it. Because he starts to cut on him. He's about to cut into him. And now ladies and gentlemen, his frontal cortex has been cut out. So he shouldn't have any memories and things of that nature. He looks just like RoboCop too. This must be a nod to RoboCop. But he's seeing the homeboy get cut up, and then the homeboy goes on this speech about how they had sex on the first time at the beach, and it was amazing. We had sex that day, and it changed my life, and I know it changed yours. And that snaps him out of his fucking. It snaps him out of his fucking lobotomy, ladies and gentlemen. A lobotomy snaps him out of his lobotomy, thinking about some fucking dick he got or gave a year ago, and now he's ready to handle and fight on behalf of, Invincible and everybody like that. So, ultimately we see what happens here, and then everybody gets picked up, and that's basically the resolution to our episode here. He pulls up on his old girl, peeks in on her, see she kind of laying there. He should have just walked in, bruh. She still woke, but she kind of feeling lonely now. Now she lonely. She need to get her black ass around some more black people. I'm sorry. Nah, him getting cut did it, I think. No, it wasn't him getting cut. It was it was Rick with the dick, bro. It was his confession. We had sex. We had sex on the beach, and it was amazing. That's what the fuck it was. But he should have walked in there. So she comes home from work. Looks like she's tired. I don't know about this animation. Looks like she got a bit of a dirty diaper. I don't know. It's like she got a little bit of a dirty diaper. She been fucking flying around all day, saving the world. So she comes here and falls asleep in the woods, and built her little tree house, her little peaceful oasis. Interesting to see what happens here. What happens with all of this and where Eves goes with that. We get Omni-Man coming home. He had that look on his eye like he just killed somebody. See, I think he killed that Taylor. I think he killed that Taylor. Walks in, sees his wife. She's drinking. She done pulled up some wine. She pulling up. Pull it up. And she basically asked him, like, bro, why did you kill all them motherfuckers, man? Why'd you do that shit? Why'd you kill all them motherfuckers, man? And she was like, I didn't do that shit. And she was like, stop fucking lying to me. You did. She was like, I know. Then he punches the wall, and she takes her ass upstairs, and he kind of sits down like, fuck, the gig is up. Post credits, we see these guys digging up a hole, and then they get pulled up on by these two, which I think this is whatever their contingency plan against the robot has something to do with the person they're digging up. So that's ultimately what happens this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that it was a decent episode. It was very watchable. Definitely a step down from last week. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Like I said, the teeny bopper drama didn't really do it for me. The college campus drama. Now, I understand that may be focused towards a different demographic, but if I wanted to watch Euphoria, I would watch Euphoria. If I wanted to watch Degrassi, I would watch Degrassi. So I didn't really enjoy some of those plots on tonight. Let's see what happens, though, right? I feel like this episode may be one of those episodes that, looking back, is a lot better because it sets some things in motion that's going to be referenced later on. From the flower with the robot guy to, there's a ton of elements that may come back to be more meaningful later on. So maybe 2 or 3 episodes down the road, the events of tonight's episode may be more important. But as of tonight, it's just didn't really do it for me. I was actually kind of bored for a little bit of the episode. No fault of the show itself. It was just, the plot threads just didn't appeal to me personally. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10. For those who do not know, I am the Black Guru. What I offer is sage wisdom. Follow the Black Guru if you don't already, and keep those hearts flying. Make sure to follow the Black Guru right here on Twitch for more Invincible reviews, Snowfall reviews, everything. Monday night scopes. I am the Black Guru. What I offer is sage wisdom for pounds. So make sure you follow this channel to stay up with the Black Guru. Yeah, y'all.